Not done in the heavyweight division. The co-main event also happened there, and a Canadian, our boy Tanner Boser, gets a big win in the second round by knockout just 3 weeks after his last fight against Owen St. Preux. And fighting guys who are at the tail end of their career. I don't know how many fights St. Preux has left, but they're old. They've got power, but not the speed, maybe not the chip on their shoulder aggressiveness. And St. Preux looked overwhelmed a lot in his past few fights. Boser came out and lived up to his nickname, the Bulldog, or excuse me, the Bulldozer. He just came out and never let the combos stop flowing, never let St. Preux get settled, and put the pressure on, reduce St. Preux to like a very ineffective counter striker in the first round. That was beautiful. St. Preux gets a little urgent, pulls out a takedown. The biggest knock on me for Boser is the takedown defense. He had a moment where he could have slipped out of it, and he tried to engage in the underhooks battle, and that's what cost him position and put him on his back. Looked uncomfortable there. Then the real controversial moment of the fight, he uses a closed fist to leverage himself up, and once he has that little bit of space, his hips have a little pop, a little space from the ground, he's able to work his way back to his feet. DC really getting mad at Boser and the ref. Replay after the fight showed it was legal and perfectly valid technique, which never seen that before. So creative by Boser. And then I think St. Preux really put everything into that takedown. His corner was shouting. They thought Boser grabbed the fence. That might have bewildered St. Preux a bit, but Boser just swarms him. I think it shows St. Preux was the more gas fighter at that point, because he stays in tight and connects with a big knee, and from there, one or two more follow-up shots end it. I know that ends a 2-fight losing streak for Boser. I know it's hard to say the value on St. Preux's career right now, but the biggest knock on him against Latifi, against Arlovsky, was volume. It looked like he didn't throw enough, and he totally fixed that in this fight. So if we can see more of that going forward, I think this guy could be a top 10, maybe eventually top 5 heavyweight. It's physically, he looked great. He's exactly what a heavyweight should be, a big frame. He doesn't have to cut weight, so he doesn't look like a skeleton, but there's not like, oh, I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I'm a heavyweight, amounts of gut hanging from him. And it's a very healthy look he's got in there. So I think he's got the physicality, he's got the striking, the grapple defensive IQ needs some work, and maybe some takedown get up moves. But I think this guy, a Canadian, might be one of the biggest ones in MMA going forward. Coming off this win, that loss against Gon has aged beautifully now.